And now, please welcome Dr.Areepong, Bhoocha-oom, Permanent Secretary of Energy, to give us more details about SPE E&P Awards. A big round of applause, please. Welcoming Dr. Areepong, Bhoocha-oom.
May I address my lady, Khun Phuong Thip, Director General of the Department of Mineral and Fuel, the strong Iron Lady of Minister of Energy, Khun Pairod Chevron, Khun Nitipat Thanasin,นะครับ. It's my great honor and pleasure to be here today, especially in the times when you have been hearing a lot of news in the past few months on what you're doing every day. I think it's the right timing that I was able to speak today, to tell in person that the minister has signed the stop to solicit the bidding for the round of concession 21 yesterday. And the Director General did announce in the newspaper today. But I think all of you have been here know what's the situation in Thailand has been, and as not just in Thailand, but everywhere in the world. We apologize that we caused some problem that you have to go through, but I think for the better, we better return your bidding for the moment and go back to move forward in a more harmonized way with the society. And this time, I think if we go like this in the future, we will do it better for everybody, including Thai people. What we will do in the energy policy is that we have to revise the law. And the law will simply open up more alternatives that the government of Thailand can have options in exploring the exploration and production of the petroleum and gases. The timing of all those things, I think, is on our side, that the whole society, at least at this time, know that our reserve in the country is depleting, and we have to find new resources in the future. So whoever involved, the group of persons who are in agreement with what the ministry is going to do, and those who are involved all knows that these things have to be solved quickly, and so we can move forward in a good manner. The timing of the whole thing, the Prime Minister has said, let's try 3 months. Let's see, we try, and see how much we can do in 3 months. But the exploration and the production in the future have to still go forward. And I hope in the future, all of you here will have interest in Thailand again when we open up the bidding for the next time. So that it has been said, you see that the energy policy of the Thai country is very important, that if this is a situation, we have to do a careful planning of the country in how we move in terms of energy policy. So I'd like to share you a few things that we have been doing in the Ministry of Finance, of things that things need to be done. Definitely, the first two things that we need to do is, the first thing is that we have to conserve our energy. And you see that from now on, the government will come up with policy that the energy savings, all avenue that we can do, have to be installed into the system. And our plan on electricity in the PDP Power Development Plan that we look over 20 years in the future, we have put into a case that when the business as usual and the case where we will have the energy efficiency policy into it, and we will go out for the public hearing in the next 2-3 weeks. The things that we're going to propose is that we have to save energy, and in electricity, our plan is such that we reduce our building of the power plant 500, reducing 10,000 megawatt in the next 20 years. That means that we don't have to build power plant 500 megawatts a year for the next 20 years. That is how we have to do, such that the consumption of energy and fuel will be reduced. We also do the other things that we have to diversify away from our gases. Our electricity, according to the latest plan, previous latest plan, that we still have our electricity come from gas about 50 to 60%. The new plan that we propose in next month, that we reduce that gas consumption for electricity down to 40%, and we will substitute by coal and the water, hydro from the neighboring countries. And this is how, so in a portfolio of the energy and electricity from diversified fuel, that we will have 40%, about 40% come from the gas, 25% from coal, 20% from hydro, and 20% alternative energy. That is something roughly 100% if you added them. So the alternative energy become into play. We diversify our fuels that we need to use, so that the number that I've been hearing from my staff is that we are consuming gas from the Gulf of Thailand so much at a fast rate that we think that this management need to be taken care. We are even thinking of that we will maintain our production at this level, not more than this, and with the shale gas into the system, maybe we start more LNG into the country because the price is getting close, and try to prolong our reserve even in the Gulf of Thailand, or even the mammoth, the coal that we have in the north of Thailand also. We are looking to that, try to lengthening, because we are not the country that we have a lot of reserve. And for security, we need to manage this whole thing much more. But the other thing I'd like to say is that instead of importing fossil fuel or gas from other countries, the other plan that the Minister of Energy is doing is we want to go for alternative energy. And this we try to do in a big way. We will concentrate, we have been looking into the country alternative energy plan that we can do. The waste is the first thing that we focus on. We have municipal waste and we have industrial waste. And we have to look into the numbers that we can have about 500 to 600 megawatts that come from the waste that we have from municipal and industrial waste. So we came out with a feed-in tariff that we will purchase electricity from the producer. Also, we're looking at the biomass and biogas. What we are doing right now is that looking into the agricultural products that are waste from the agricultural products. We use this for the fuel to power the electricity. We see that we have the capacity to doing this about 2,000 to 3,000 megawatt, and doing this joint hand with the agricultural ministry to do the planning on the growing of all this agricultural fuel. So this is so important that security of energy in Thailand we have to be careful, and I think this is the whole thing. We have been looking at that. We try to open up energy sources from around our Thailand, naming Myanmar, Laos, and Cambodia. And we are negotiating and do a power development plan together. You see that in electricity, there's a cooperation in terms of ASEAN economic. The first pilot transaction going to happen where Singapore will purchase power from Laos, passing Thailand and passing Malaysia all the way to Singapore. This is something that is a pilot transaction of thinking about ASEAN great and ASEAN community in power section. So many things are happening here. We are talking to Myanmar in terms of what hydropower or coal powers that we will be able to purchase. We're talking to Cambodia for the land area that is joint developed to do a joint developing in the Gulf. So these are things that now Thailand are not thinking of just Thailand, but we're talking about region. In alternative energy is other things that we want to substitute this from purchasing fossil fuel from other countries, and they purchase and using this alternative energy plan to build the community stronger, simply by being able to purchase the fuel from the farmers and so on. So these are things that in Thailand, the Minister of Energy are pursuing for the future. I was standing in front of the room here, and I look at the exhibitions that all of you have done. I see that all the technologies that you're trying to do is try to scrap up the last drop of oil or gas in the Gulf of Thailand. I thank you, all of you, for trying to get excellence in this area. And then last month, I went to Davos and to join all the oil company gathering. They were talking about maybe the world are saying that the oil company should have more responsibility to the environment. And so that gathering that night was simply to see that how the oil company together can do something to help the environment better. I was, as a non-technical person and not from oil person, I'm from finance actually. By my study, I've been in finance all my life and been in the Ministry of Energy for 8 months. We were thinking that I think the SPE of Thailand can, or an SPE section of other part of the world, can get together and think about the flare that the companies of you are burning out in the air. I went to see that there's a lot of flare from the oil production company and so on. And I heard that number of burning out the flare is simply producing a lot of carbon monoxide, maybe a significant amount what's happening in this year. Maybe SPE of Thailand and this one can do something about excelling that this burning the gas away, which is so hard to find in Thailand. It's something that we don't want to see something burn away like a waste. So maybe this is something that SPE Thailand can initiate to have the whole refinery to be more efficient on burning the gas away. But finally, I'd like to thank the organizer that today, we will be honoring the engineer group who've been looking into what could be done best for Thailand, and we're going to be the awarding. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the Society of Petroleum Engineers for inviting me today, and may I congratulate the winner of the SPE Thailand E&P Award that will be receiving the award, and we will know who they will be. And hope that you will do a lot of excellent work like this in the future. Thank you very much.
And thank you so very much indeed, Dr. Areepong. So please kindly remain on stage. That's for your heartfelt welcoming speech, very informative. And for the next moment, I would like to once again invite Mr. Nipatsin Jimjam, our chairman of SPE Thailand E&P Awards, to kindly proceed to the stage to present the token of appreciation to Dr. Areepong, our permanent secretary of energy.
Thank you very much, sir, for your time and kindness and giving us an overview on the energy situation in Thailand and some of the measures and policies that might be undertaken by the government to cope with energy security. So many thanks to Dr. Areepong Bhoocha-oom. Thank you very much.